and we kind of saw the value of this during COVID. When, again, there was bipartisan support that says those same, feeding programs we have during the school year, because too many kids, both in terms of free or reduced lunch, or for that matter, free or reduced breakfast, too many kids don't get a breakfast or don't get a lunch. And how can a child be able to learn? And so many families, when school year ends, their need to have a breakfast or a lunch doesn't disappear. So these summer feeding programs are critically important. I think they need to be expanded. It's one of the reasons. It is part of the solution. It's the other part of the solution is we had this is one where the House did something and the Senate hasn't. 350 House members voted for a reinstatement of the R&D tax credit, but also bringing back part of the child tax credit. Child tax credit cut, childhood poverty by 40% when we had it in during COVID. We need to bring that back so families have got the ability to afford to buy food. We also need, I've been a big advocate as well on trying to prevent food deserts, because not only do we need to make sure kids eat, but if they're just eating junk food, that means they may not be going hungry, but it doesn't mean they're getting the kind of nutrition they need to be able to grow up healthy. I would also add on this the issue around food banks. One of the things that I have been supportive of back to my time at the Virginia Healthcare Foundation, and what I've tried to do through some of my personal philanthropy is, there are so many communities. People are so supportive across Virginia of our food banks, and I think if most people realized, we've seen, I think in the Southampton Roads Food Bank, they had close to 35% of the families in Hampton Roads had to turn to a food bank at least once over the last year. And those numbers are so much higher than I think most Virginians realize. So we need the summer food programs, we need the child tax credit, we need to deal with the food desert issue, and as that kind of ultimate backstop, we've got to continue to support. And the food banks do such a great job. There are so many churches and other organizations that contribute to them. I've worked in some of those and volunteered in some of those food banks. It's the best kind of Virginians helping Virginians around.